Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to catch up and watch this new episode. My name is Anne Janice. I am um, the person that has been guiding, or I've been on this journey of um, bringing Alice's story to life. Um, Thank you, first of all, to all the subscribers, all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this journey with me. Thank you for your curiosity, for your interest in wanting to learn more about Alice. We have over 600 subscribers, and that is so insane. And I am so grateful for all of you that want to be a part of this journey with me. As you know, it's been a challenge, but I'm down for the challenge because Alice was a wonderful person and her story is important and it matters, and so do other people's stories. And I feel like telling Alice's story will hopefully shed light on other stories that also need to be told and shared. Um, so again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. To those of you who are new, please feel free to subscribe. Please feel free to share, comment, like this episode, the episodes that you see. Um, yeah, thank you. So for those of you who have watched these episodes, I tend to add a background that has something to do with the current episode that I'm filming, right? This episode. And so this background speaks to what I'm planning on talking about in this episode, which is the actual video that made Alice go viral. Last month, it was the 11th year anniversary of that video, and I wanted to shed some light on uh, what people believe and like the comments or like the uncertainties of like who shot this video, what was this video about. I don't want to get too much into it because that also takes so it may I don't want to take away from the script that has been created, but I do want to shed some light or begin to shed some light on this actual video. Apologies for filming it so late. I wanted to film this video in April for April, but working on this project, and I also have other projects, but this is always a priority. Um, it's been a little bit busy, but yeah, so let's get into it. So in April 2015, a woman sat, an 102-year-old woman sat in her room in a nursing home where she watched her younger self dance and was filmed doing so. This woman saw life in her younger self, this vibrant energy, this younger part of her that was full of life, and it was all captured on video. Um, then it was posted on YouTube, and overnight, millions watched, millions felt something, and millions responded. But it's interesting because this moment almost didn't happen. There are a lot of different comments that I've heard, or even videos that I've seen, where people believe that this video was filmed by random people or just archivists that took this footage and went to um, went to film Alice watching herself dance. But that's so far from the truth. This video was actually shot by two people who not only knew her, but really cared about her. This video was filmed by these two individuals. If it weren't for these two individuals specifically, This woman right here, she is the catalyst to anyone who knows who Alice Barker is. Um, she worked very closely with Alice. She really leaned into her story and was focused and wanting to learn more. She was a recreation worker at the time. Alice was in the nursing home and was able to hear and listen to her stories. This guy right here was a volunteer that also um, listened to Alice's stories and wanted to support in any way, shape, or form of bringing Alice's story to life and finding more information on Alice. They ultimately took the time to search through her past, and what they found could have easily slipped through the cracks. In fact, it's actually mentioned in the video, how Alice was in many different films, but her name was always spelled Alice Baker, not Alice Barker, her actual name. And because of that, there's probably other films that we don't even know of that have Alice performing and dancing in. The crazy thing about it is that this was something that constantly happened to Alice. It happened throughout her life, throughout her career. Um, but this time, someone took the time to recognize this mistake, and catch it. Once this was recognized, and the dots were connected, this, the films were brought to Alice by these two individuals, and someone hit record and filmed this incredible moment that was pretty spectacular, actually. So, what the world saw, what you saw, was this beautiful moment, right? But if you look deeper, there was this moment, right, where someone was unseen and unrecognized for so long, right? Just based off of her name, based off of, right, the films that she was in. She went unseen for so long, but it took at least one person. It only always takes just one person to take the time to not just listen, but to take action and support someone in being seen and recognized and appreciated. And after not being seen for years, one person saw, this person saw, this woman, um, saw Alice, took action in figuring out how to find and bring her story to life and returned Alice's story to her through film, through support. So there's so much more to Alice Barker than that one video. This one video was the beginning of Alice's story. So much history that could have been lost, that could have easily been forgotten. Decades of memories and experiences that went hidden in plain sight until this one person. I keep highlighting her because um, her connection with Alice, her ability to connect with Alice, is the reason why anybody knows who Alice Barker is. I think another part of this that I find also really beautiful is how another woman, another woman of color, saw Alice Barker, who was also another woman of color, and wanted to lean into this story and hear, not just hear, right? That's the thing. It's not just hearing, it's listening and taking what's important and finding a way to shed light on it. And that's exactly what happened here. And that's exactly why am I'm so invested in telling the story, not just, well, of course, because I promised to Alice, but also because this this feels so relatable in so many ways. Again, there's so many stories that we don't know about and we may never know about um, unless somebody takes the time to share it. So if you are just discovering who Alice Barker is, um, and have watched this video and want to learn more, please, again, feel free to subscribe as I will continue posting more videos. I'm hoping to post another video in the next few weeks just about the actual process of continuing to bring Alice's story from life to some type of stage. Um, yeah, thank you for joining me, and I hope this was it feels like I think it was informative. It was definitely informative for me just to be able to share this, just because I know what happened. While I wasn't actually physically there, I remember, it's funny, I'll share this little story. I remember getting a phone call, or no, it was a text after, I'll call her G, this lovely, lovely woman here. Her name is G in the script, so I'll call her G. After G um, had the video posted to YouTube, I remember getting a text the next morning saying, Alice's video made hit a million views, and she was so ecstatic. And I was like, what? Like, what does it even mean? And it was just so exciting to see that the way people responded. Um, that was an incredible moment in time, and especially thinking about the possibilities of what does this mean for Alice, like, and how people saw Alice, and um, yeah, that was pretty special. So I'll share it. That's my experience of this experience. But yeah, if you are interested in learning more, please feel free to subscribe, join, comment, share, like, and thank you for watching. Until next time.